This is a Mercury 4 horsepower engine. 4 horsepower. Now, there are particular reasons why I bought this one and not another one. This stand is on wheels. I got it from Amazon, like 90 bucks. It was hell to put together. You needed a couple bolts. It didn't come with everything. Took me like 3 hours to finally figure it out. And it was just a pain in the butt. But once you got it together, it's kind of nice. Especially when you see I can move it around pretty easy. The motor's about 50 pounds. Now the 4 horsepower Mercury, why did I go with this and not the 3 or the 3.5 or these type of other ones? Because this is 50 pounds, this is going on the back of the canoe. So the reason I went with this is because it has a aluminum propeller. And that was very important. The other ones, when you get lower, are plastic propellers. Now you can buy the aluminum propeller separately, but you're into like a couple $100. So you're slowly getting up into the 4. The other reason I wanted the 4 was they sell an upgrade kit. So if I want to go to 5 or I want to go to 6 horsepower, the weight doesn't change. I would take the lid off, I would change the carburetor and change the propeller, and that's it. And there's lots of videos showing you how to do that. So I could literally take this Mercury 4 right to a 6 with an upgrade kit, which is kind of nice. This is forward, back, neutral. This is your kill switch. Down here, you can probably barely see it. It's the gas tank that's going to connect to this. Now, my hose on this particular tank is too short. The hose is 8 feet long. My canoe is 17 feet long. So I need to extend this. So what I'm going to do is buy 9 feet, which is another 40 bucks. I'm going to cut my hose, and then I'm going to splice them together. And the gas tank is going to sit at the front of the canoe to put some more weight at the front because this thing weighs 50 pounds. The more weight I can take off the back, the better for me. So on a 17-foot canoe, for example, I mean, I'm going to be sitting at the back at 200, 210 pounds, and then you figure 50 pounds of this, so I got 250 pounds sitting on the back of that canoe. If you got nothing at the front, you're going to go up in the air and you're going to flip over and you're going to sink. A lot of guys will put 150 pounds of sandbags in the front. My dad actually trained his husky to sit at the front of the canoe. It was amazing how he did that. And there were times when the dog got excited and ran to the back of the boat, and he was yelling. But that's the whole idea. Now I got to take a look at this on where I'm going to attach something, like a wire or something, maybe around here, where if the motor falls into the water, I don't lose it. And that's the thing. When you set a Mercury motor down sideways, like right now I don't have any oil in it or anything, but if I did, you must lay it on the side with the handle. Okay? It must lay on that side. If you lay it on its back, if you lay it on its front, if you lay it on this side, the oil that you have in it will start getting into the cylinders and you'll end up wrecking your motor. So you really got to be particular if you put it on your side, is what you got to do. There is another company I contacted. They haven't got back to me yet. I'm guessing they're pretty busy. They make 2 things that go on the propeller. They make a thing that blocks in front of the propeller and a cage around the propeller. And what was really cool about that, it didn't matter if I hit a log, it didn't matter if I hit bottom, it protected that propeller. Now, they weren't cheap. They were about $300 or $400 for that gadget. But it's something I'm definitely looking into because we broke a lot of cotter pins. We carried extra propellers, me and my dad. I mean, we were sitting on shore sometimes for a good 2 hours working on that propeller system because it got broken and hit a tree. And that is very, very sad when that happens. But I'm very, very impressed. This comes out. That's where the thing goes. Yeah, that's where the hose goes for the gas. There's a 3-step process to get this started, but it looks pretty good. Now these are like $1,500, but you get the Mercury warranty. It's easy to find parts. 5 years from now, I'll still find parts for it. It's pretty amazing. But I see people buying motors, Amazon specials for $300, $400, and I just didn't want to go that way. I wanted something that was dependable, basically, is what I wanted. So we got the gas tank, we got the motor, we got the canoe. Now all we got to do is wait for some stuff to come in to clean the canoe. That'll be another 2 or 3 days, and then I'll take the canoe and take it down to the car wash, and I'll wash it down and bring it back. I don't have a high pressure washer. And then I got to fix the back of the canoe, put a 2x6 there or something before I put this on. So I got to do that. And then everything should be good with that. And then and this motor has to be broken. It has an 8-hour break-in time. So literally I got to take it out for 2 hours. And I got to kind of cruise around on idle, a little bit gas. I mean, that type of thing. Then move it up to half for a couple minutes to take it down, then up again. I mean, there's 8 hours to breaking this thing in. And once it's finally broke in, well, then you can go crazy. I don't know if I want to put 5 horsepower or a 6 on the back of a canoe. I don't know what that would do. I mean, normally you want to kind of go a little bit at a time when you go up. And this thing doesn't really require, like, starts there, but it really doesn't require very much. And I think this adjusts how tight it is. Yeah, this is like, okay, go this way. Yeah, this adjusts how tight that is. Now I do need, I think they're called tillers, I forget, an extension bar to connect to this. And I've seen some as low as $60 and some is made out of carbon fiber for $250. But I do need an extension to that so I can get it. I do want that gadget I've seen with the protection for the propellers. I hope it works with this because I sent them email and they still haven't got back to me. It's been 3 days now. But I really hope I can get that. But it looks good. It really does. I mean, I pretty much got everything I need. So as long as I don't flip the canoe, maybe get a set of pontoons, I'm not sure. But I prefer my motors to be standing up and then on their side. I mean, if you're traveling to your donation, your motor's going to be on your side. There's nothing you can do about it. Unless I make something in the back of my truck where I can just pull the motor up and, hang it on something to mount it. I may do that. I may build something up there where this can just hang up there instead of being on the side. Because it's way better to have your motor upright all the time. But there's a little review of the Mercury 4 horsepower motor. Now we just got to get out, break it in, and have some fun. Yeah.